Oh. Why, hello, everyone, and welcome back to In Case of Emergency. We are, I guess, going to the beach. I guess we're living it up. I guess we're doing the thing. It's gonna be fun. I hope. Without much thought, you pack into the back car, the back of the car beside Cedric. Why? Wes drives and Luke rides shotgun. Okay, I understand. I understand the pecking order. Oh, the music big? Music loud? Music not loud? I can't tell. So we'll move it there. This is festive. Maybe festive's not the right term. I think it is. It's pleasant. I like it. The four of you drive south towards the beach. Wes rolls the window of the convertible down, so the warm sun and the cool wind tickles your fur. You chat about school, about celebrities, about the future. No one mentions Peregrine. You don't know who these people are, if they're your friends as you know them, or if they're someone else entirely. But somehow they've taken to you, so maybe they're close enough. Maybe it doesn't matter. It's a beautiful day. You can see the ocean on the horizon as you approach, the blue waves rolling in the distance. Oh. I know the perfect place! Wes pulls off the highway and down a beaten road until he finds a cozy asphalt alcove to park in. There's an idyllic, undisturbed inlet here, framed on all sides by shrubbery and mossy cliffs. The air smells like salt and heat, the water is clear, and the sand is white. You can't believe this place is empty. Cedric opens the trunk of the car and pulls out a cooler and multicolored beach umbrella. He smiles when he sees you looking. We came prepared. Who is this guy? You can't help but smile back.
What about the giant inflatable hamster ball I asked you to bring? No? Dang. I guess we'll have to make do.
Wes bounces a volleyball on the sandy asphalt and catches it in his hand, cradling it under his arm. Let's go. I've been waiting to get out here forever. When you make your way down the beach, there's basically a volleyball net set up in the sand like it's been waiting for your arrival. All of you pitch it to make preparations for the afternoon. Luke lets out the towels, and Cedric corkscrews the umbrella into the sand. Wes flips open the cooler and groans as he holds aloft a melting bag of ice. We didn't pack any drinks.
What? They're under the ice.
No. They're supposed to be on top of the ice. Luke and Cedric exchange glances.
I thought you...
You were supposed to...
pack the beers on the bottom.
Pack the drinks on the top.
Well, shit.
Wes tosses the plastic bag onto the sand. There's a gas station like 30 minutes from there. We can go grab drinks there.
What? That's like an hour to get there and back.
I can go.
You think Wes is going to let you drive his baby? He wouldn't let me anywhere near the steering wheel.
It's not my favorite child, so...
Come on, that's no fun. Let's make this more exciting. What if we play to see who had to go? A 2v2. A losing team picks up beer.
It's not that big of a deal. Really, I can go.
Why? Chicken?
No.
What's that? Bach?
Come on, man. That's offensive. Luke flaps his arms like chicken wings as Cedric tries not to smile. You realize this is a friendly antagonism. Okay. Not their usual flavor of passive aggression. They're actually friends here. Fine. Okay, I'll do it.
Yes. Teams, everyone?
As everyone dives themselves into their teams, you're recruited to Wes's side, like it's inevitable.
Okay, lovebirds, go easy on us mere mortals.
Your face flushes a little at the label. Do the others think the two of you are together? Don't tell me you're afraid to lose, Luke.
Hey, who really loses if I get to drive your car?
Don't worry, Wes. I'll be driving.
Luke whispers conspiratorially across the court. That's just what I'm letting him think.
Wes rolls his eyes as the two of you take your places on the side of the net. You ready, Kyron? Ready? Ready as I'll ever be. Here goes nothing. Wes smiles, and nods your way, and you can't help but grin back. Grin, yes. Rearing up, he serves the ball across the net. A few rounds in, it quickly becomes clear that you and Wes are going to win. Well, it would be generous to say you and Wes. It's obvious that Wes is the one scoring the points, not because he's a volleyball servant, but because he's taller and has more all-around athletic experience than the rest of you. Which strikes you as unfamiliar in general, but entirely fair in the specific game in which you two are winning. Wes easily blocks another spike from the enemy team and scores another point for your side. Hey, you guys suck. Get it together, guys. We're kicking your asses. Wes claps you on the back in a friendly camaraderie? Friendly camaraderie. He shouts over the net. Come on, you can do better than that. Luke sticks his tongue out in defiance, and Cedric grits his teeth.
I call timeout. Halftime, whatever. Our forces have to regroup.
Luke and Cedric huddle together, or rather, Luke swings an arm over Cedric's shoulder and forces him into one. Wes tosses the ball from one hand to the other impatiently. What do you think you're talking about? What do you think they're talking about? How good we look? Yeah, how good we look. Probably how distractingly handsome the enemy team is, preventing them from getting a clear shot. We do look pretty good. And the huddle opposite the field breaks apart, and Luke signals to your side to serve. The game goes on like this for a short while. A few more volleys, and it's only a matter of time until your team is a point away from winning. As Cedric sends the ball sailing over the net, you go to catch it, but Wes is faster and taller, and he spikes it across the sand, trying to win this game once and for all. The ball flies through the air with incredible speed and power. You hear the hollow twang of the volleyball bouncing off of someone's face, hard. And when the sand clears, you see Luke doubled over in pain and writhing on the ground. Oh my god, Luke! Are you okay? Wes watches the whole event unfurl with a raised eyebrow. Where does it hurt?
My head, my eyes, I don't know this word. Was the X silent? Is the Y silent? How do you pronounce these C's? Everywhere!
Wes rolls his eyes. I didn't even hit the ball that hard. Come on, you'll be fine. Wes tries to help him up, but Luke just screams again. I think he's really hurt. Do we need to take him to the emergency room? No, he's obviously faking.
Okay, Luke, okay.
Literally only screaming when I'm talking. I'm done. Happy? Luke moans and clutches his knees to his chest. You, Wes, and Cedric hover over him, debating what to do with your wiggling friend. The closest hospital is an hour away from here.
No, a hospital. Just need rest.
Luke lies on his side, burying his chest in the warm sand. Wes rolls his eyes and crouches next to him. You know, I was really looking forward to picking up the beers. I was ready to hand over the keys and everything. Wes pulls his keys from the back pocket and jingles them in Luke's face. Luke opens one eye, suspicious, then closes it again and moans quietly in pain. But I guess if you don't want to...
I do.
Such a shame. But you're in so much pain, so I guess you'll never get this chance again. Luke's eyes open again.
I can do it, but only if you concede the game.
You want me to say we lost, even though we won?
You didn't win.
Luke's in no condition to drive.
No, I can do it. Just give me...
Wes snatches the keys out of Luke's reach. You need to rest. Kyron and I will go for a drive, even though we won.
Hey, that was foul. You hurt the enemy team.
Wes is already walking to the car, tossing his keys into the air and catching them in his palm. Oh, it's so cool when people do that.
It's a good aesthetic.
What's that? Come closer, I can't hear you from down there. You give the others a quick nod before jogging after Wes. You sidle into the passenger side seat, and together, the two of you drive inland for a while, leaving the coast behind you. It's been fun spending time with all the others, but you're looking forward to time with just the two of you. Wes drives with one hand on the wheel, the other resting outside the window. The wind blows in your fur, smelling less and less like salt as you go further from the ocean. It's not long before a gas station appears on the horizon, and Wes pulls the convertible into an empty lot to fill up. You read aloud the price per gallon without thinking. Wow, when did Christ... Okay, what am I even doing? When did gas down here crack $4? Huh? I don't know. Wes pulls out his wallet and uses his card to pay for a full tank. You notice that he pushes the button for premium gas. You've never, ever seen anyone do that before. What's the difference between that and the regular stuff? It's premium, you know, so it's better for the car. That's why it costs more. So you don't know what the difference is? It's unleaded. It's plus. It's more expensive. As Wes pumps gas into the tank, you slide off of the front seat and plop yourself down on the hood of the car. Hey, watch it! That's a new paint job you're sitting on. Are you sure? I mean, you don't even know what you're putting in your ride. I didn't realize I didn't realize you knew so much about cars. Don't make me come over there. And what are you going to do? Spray me with premium unleaded gas? Wes mercifully doesn't take your bait, but instead angles himself so he's standing over where you're seated, arms crossed. You know, Kyron, you're lucky you're cute. Really? How cute? Wes takes another step closer to you, one leg between your knees. You want me to show you? Your mouth goes dry as he leans forward into your space, his hands flaking your hips as he shifts his weight onto the hood of the car. You feel the car dip ever so slightly under you. Your heart skips a beat, and your face feels warm. Somewhere in the back of your mind, there's a feeling of unease, but the feeling comes through murky, like a garbled broadcast from the bottom of the ocean. The click of the gas pump signals that the full tank is full. The fuel tank is full, that's what that says. And Wes gives you an obvious once-over before pushing himself off the car. His tail flicks across your knee as he leaves to remove the gas nozzle. What a tease. Let's ditch the other two. We can drive into the city, catch a movie, and grab dinner. Wes slots the nozzle back into the gas pump, wipes his hands against the sides of his pants. There's a restaurant that you normally have to make a reservation months in advance, but I know the owner. Well, he knows my dad. And I could get us a table at 7 with a phone call right now. You think you can buy your way into my pants with dinner and a show? There's unlimited bread. There's unlimited bread baskets. I'm sold. Wes laughs, relaxed and unguarded. And then, what are we doing after dinner? Well, whatever you want. Wes smirks, but his expression is sincere. We can grab a hotel, if that's what you want. He raises his eyebrows suggestively at that. But We could also take the yacht out for a spin, or go bar hopping, or just walk around the city, or catch a movie. Whatever you want, the night's yours. Oh, okay. What do you want, Kyron?
You blink, caught off guard. What do you want? You don't know why, but the question strokes an ember of anxiety in your stomach. You push away your unease, reminding yourself there's no need to ruin a perfectly good day. This is what you want. Unfortunately, I'm not sure. I'm not sure Cedric and Luke could survive without us for very long. You chuckle and push yourself off the hood of the car. Also, we'd be stranding them without a car. Wes laughs, and his arm brushes yours as he starts towards the gas station convenience store.
Some other time, then.
Somehow, you believe him. Right now, it feels like you have nothing in the world but time. As the two of you go to buy beers, the conversation turns towards the likelihood that you'll be returning to a Lord of the Flies situation on the beach. The conclusion that it would be a greater than zero possibility is enough to encourage you to drive back as quickly as possible. Around an impromptu campfire, you retrieve the graham crackers and marshmallows from the back of the car. The four of you make s'mores and watch the sunset, and the sand still warm from the afternoon sun. You laugh and share stories around the fire as you drink. You feel light-hearted and giddy, the alcohol providing a pleasant buzz and letting you escape your own mind for once. After an evening of talking and drinking, everyone seems to fall asleep, except for you and Wes. Wes helps you up to your feet, and the two of you sneak away to go for a walk along the shore. You lean against him as you walk, not drunk enough to actually need help, but just drunk enough that you have an excuse to be clingy. Wes doesn't seem to mind, letting your footsteps intermingle in sand.
Do you have a dream, Kyron?
What, like a life dream? Like I want to be a dancer or a poet or a shepherd in the Andes?
Yeah, you know. Like something you're not going to ever have, but you want to. You want it anyways.
I just want to wake up every morning and not dread whatever it is I'm doing. I don't want to die in a cubicle making somebody else money.
We do, most things for other people.
Well, I mean specifically the money part. I want to be my own boss. I don't want to have to take a shit in the office bathroom every day and pretend it's paid vacation time. Wes laughs. His shoulders gently knock against yours as you walk, your arms brushing against each other with every step. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like everything leaves me feeling empty eventually. Like I could get everything I ever wanted, but that wouldn't really make me happy either. So I'm consistently just looking for the next thing. You chuckle self-consciously, feeling yourself sober a little in the cool night air. Is that dumb? That's dumb. Maybe I should have just asked for more wishes, or eternal life, or a jet ski. Your head clears just enough to remind you that you and Wes are something, not quite an item, not quite not an item. Whatever it is, it's still tender enough that you're afraid of losing it to a misstep, and that makes it all the more exciting.
Sometimes I feel the same way, but that doesn't stop me from wanting things anyway.
Wanting things like what?
Well, right now.
Wes slowly comes to a stop. You have to turn to face him, and it's hard to make out his expression in the moonlight. His hand brushes against your cheeks, cupping your jaw.
Right now, I really want to kiss you.
He always had such a way with words. You kiss him. He's slow at first, a perfect gentleman, one hand cupping your jaw and the soft slide of his lips against yours. His other hand finds your waist and reaches around to cup to the small of your back. You can smell the salt of the day's sweat and the ocean breeze on him. Pressing against him, you feel that his body is soft and sturdy in all the right places.
Wes pulls you down with him so that you're practically sitting in his lap, your feet planted in the sand. Something about this feels familiar, though it's hard to place what's triggering the sense of deja vu.
Have we done this before?
You smile giddily, increasingly less drunk from the alcohol that you you are from making out. You rest a hand on Wes's chest and run for your fingers through the soft fur. His pupils are black saucers, and his face looks as flushed as yours feels.
I hope not. I like to think I would remember making out with you.
You laugh and nuzzle into his neck. The hair is tickling your nose. Wes strokes through the fur on the back of your head with his fingers. You can't help but feel like you're forgetting something important, like you're not sure if you locked the door or turned off the stove, or had an assignment due. Something tickles at the back of your mind. Maybe it's... What about your dad? You're engaged, right? Wes stops stroking your head to fiddle with the band on his finger. As he does, he sits up and wiggles the ring free.
What? Because of this thing? Not anymore.
Wes straightens and winds his arm back, like he's preparing to skip the ring into the ocean. Whoa! You put your arm up, try to stop him, but his arms are longer, and he holds the ring out of your reach.
Fuck my dad, fuck my family, and fuck living with anyone else.
You don't have to actually throw away. Wes feigns, throwing the ring a few times, like a pitcher winding up to throw a ball.
I'm going to do it. I'm really going to throw it away.
Wes, how much is that thing worth? Wes pauses, contemplative. Then he looks at you and presses a quick kiss to your lips. It's distracting enough that you didn't notice what comes next.
Not as much as you.
With a determined chuck, Wes flings the ring into the ocean. The sea's so dark it's impossible to catch anything but the smallest glimmer before it disappears under the waves.
Holy crap. I can't believe I just did that.
He chuckles as he clutches his empty ring finger to his chest. I can't believe you just did that. Are you okay?
It's worth it. Whatever happens in the future, I want it to be with you.
A distant pang of anxiety hits you in the chest. You try to play it off like it's cool. Tell me more about this future. I hope it involves unlimited breadsticks.
And here I thought you only liked me for my body.
I mean, that's a perk. That's just one of your many perks. See, Kyron knows what's up. Your mouth stretch into a huge smile, feeling lightheaded by this turn of events. You don't know what to do but crash your lips against his, pushing him back onto his back on the sand. Wes' hands roam down your lower back, sliding into the back pocket of your shorts and squeezing your ass. His chest rumbles with joy as you kiss him. You're definitely exchanging some sand between your mouth, but you're too happy to care. It's crazy, stupid, reckless man. Oh, okay. It's getting harder to think, to recognize the lines between your own memories and someone else's. You laugh, breathless, and go to rest your hand on Wes's chest, when your fingers find nothing but air. Hey, I think there's a hole in your... Sitting up to get a better look, you see that your hands have gone straight through Wes's body. You yelp and snatch your arm back in alarm, scrambling to your feet. It's not Wes's body that's gone ghostly, it's your hand. When you hold it up, you can see the starless sky through the space where your palm should be.
What's wrong?
What the hell is going on? You're breathing too fast, the air around you turning to carbon dioxide faster than it can be replaced by oxygen. You're going to choke to death. You're going to have a heart attack. I'm going to die. Please don't let me die. Out of the corner of your eyes, you spot something that makes your heart plummet, like spotting a hidden apparition in a family photo. Lying on the wet shore, like it was swept in by evening tide, is the dick. There's no What, there's no mistaking that hot pink silicone body, ribbed and veiny, scuffed and damaged like the real one you lost those weeks ago.
Hey, Kyron, is everything okay? Please look at me.
Wes gently shakes your shoulders, his eyes round with concern. You take a step towards the beach dildo, and a flash of pain lances up your ankle. It's coming back to you now, the pieces falling together. Of course you were never sent back to the real world. If the dick is here, that means I'm still in the void. Oh, I'm sorry, that looks loud in the levels. I will turn that down just a little bit. This isn't real.
Can we talk about this?
As you stumble towards the dick, the pain in your leg tells you you're making the right choice. He's not real. None of this is.
Kyron, please!
The dick lies at your feet, waiting for you to pick it up. Whether it's calling you or taunting you, you can't tell. You reach for the dick in the sand. You wish you could say that your body moves on its own accord, but the truth is that it's much more difficult. Oh, letterboxed. I see, I like it. The world seems to still have your hand stretched out for the item. The waves slow in the middle of their crests, and the clouds freeze in the sky. But the fog around your mind starts to lift, and it's all starting to come back. The night in the tavern, the talk by the creek, falling into the void.
Kyron, please stay with me, even if it's just for another night. I want you. We can have something here. You know it won't be the same when you go back. He won't love you like I do. There's nothing back there. You can't have here, but better. Kyron, if you go back, you're going to be alone.
You open your mouth to offer a rebuttal, but you don't have one. He's right. In a way, if you leave, there's no guarantee that you'll ever have what you had here. But that's, you figure, the point. Oh, that's neat. You grab the dildo by the shaft, and the world grinds to a final halt. All sound stops, but it's like you're standing in the vacuum of space. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. You limp into the void, a dildo still clutched in one hand, leaving behind everything you wanted for a chance at something else. In the darkness, you walk for what seems like an eternity. Your ankle burns as you hobble through the emptiness, your hand still clutched around the dick like it's a lifeline. For all you know, it is. What is this place? You look around for an identifying landmark, but there's nothing other than the void as far as you can see. Your foot recoils in pain from the sharp object you just stepped on. Bending back to pick it up, you find a thin wooden rail, about 3 inches long and 2 wide. Hello? Is anyone out there? Only the silence responds. You're alone. No, I'm not. You're there, aren't you? Clearly you know who I am and what I want. What happened back there? That was all you, wasn't it? So tell me what to do. You keep walking. The void stretches out in front of you, no horizon to speak of. Finally, after a long moment, you hear the sound of rushing water in the distance. At this point, you're grateful to hear something other than the sound of your own voice. You race towards the sound as best you can with your one good leg. In that distance, you spot an enormous, cascading waterfall, thunderous in the empty void. What is this place? This is the void. Great, thanks. I got that part. But why am I here? How do I get back? All things that are lost in Peregrine must pass through here. This is where they are recycled and repurposed into something new. You cannot return to Peregrine because this is Peregrine, don't you see? As you approach the waterfall, you realize that its flow never quite reaches the ground. Before it does, it dissipates into the air and seems to float into void. Its particles warp before your very eyes. You recognize it as what was happening to you when your hand became transparent. You were being unraveled, mined, harvested so that you could give birth to a new world. Okay, I get it. I'm just thread, or raw material, or whatever. Is that what happens to everyone else who came through here? Remus mentioned there were others before me. They got chopped up and processed down, turned into more world? They were given everything they wanted, just like you. Had you stayed, you would eventually become like them. Mountains and rivers, landmarks and lives. Except I left. Except you left. You could have stayed and been happy. Wasn't it what you wanted? Why wasn't it enough? Why did you leave? Well, it wasn't real. I couldn't have stayed. Did that ever matter? You experienced what you can only describe as the universe shrugging. You can do whatever you like. All things must come to an end, but you have to know your return will not be easy. Where's Wes? When you fell, your friend jumped in after you. He is currently in his own pocket of void, much like the world you were once in. If you wish to leave, you will have to find him and bring him with you. Your anchor tethers you to the layers above Peregrine, the world you came from. You feel the dick buzz in your hand. It will always bring you closer to the world from which it originated, but before you can return home, you will have to pass through Peregrine once more. But how? How do I get back from there? Just as an item anchors you to the world above, so does an object forged from void anchor you to the world below. Your hand instinctively reaches for the scabbard looped around your hip. At some point during your journey down here, it had rematerialized at your side. You mean the sword? I have to get rid of it? If you are to break the cycle and leave, all artifacts must be returned to the void, the place from whence they came. You drum your fingers across the cold pommel of your blade. Despite everything, you don't want to let it go. You feel robbed of your time here, and a part of you still wants more, wants to hold on to the sand slipping past your fingers. But standing here in the emptiness of the void, it feels nearly impossible to articulate this. Is this what you want? What kind of price are you willing to pay to linger a little longer in this world? There's only one way out, and that way is through. You take a deep breath, gathering what little remains of your mental reserves. Nothing but darkness lies before you. You're scared, but the promise that there's some kind of experience at the end of this, even if it's not the experience you want, gives you strength. You exhale, grip the dick stuffed in your pocket tighter, and keep going. Okay, I'm going to end the part here, so I'll see you around, everyone.